Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Abbas Lilani and I help online coaches add an extra 30 to 40K per month using marketing systems and using AI in a way that means that they're only spending 30 to 50 minutes on their marketing in a week. And in this video, I wanted to break down how one of our clients, we helped her get a $10,000 plus day. And her name is not actually Zoe. We've just covered that name for privacy and we've put in a fake name, which is Zoe. But yeah, here's a proof of that. And essentially, this is really big for her because when she started a few months ago, she was literally making zero in the sense that she was barely booking any calls. And if she was booking calls, all she was hearing was, I can't afford it, or I need to think about it, your usual objections. She wasn't signing people on. And overall, she was pretty much close to giving up. She didn't really know what to do with her marketing. And honestly, she had so much potential, and it's really cool to see that the work that we've put in and the work that she's put in has resulted in her having $10,000 days and consistent 5-figure months. So what I want to do in this video is essentially break down exactly how we did that. But before we get into that, just for context, this is Zoe in the middle of 2023. Well, this is not actually a picture of Zoe. Obviously, this is just a random person, but she was averaging 4K per month. Okay. And she had a low converting offer. She knew that she needed to restructure her offer. She'd taken a short course and she realized that her offer wasn't going to cut it if she wanted to make the type of money that she wanted to make. So essentially, in Q4 of 2023, she began to rebuild her offer. And she had a few clients that were on a payment plan, so she was making a little bit of money every single month. But she didn't sign on any new clients because, number one, she didn't have time to market. She was putting all of her energy into sort of positioning the offer and rebuilding it, filming the course, etc., building backend systems. And number two, it wasn't ready to even market. So for that reason, she had zero clients. Now, beginning of 2024, this is Zoe, tired and stressed out because she was making $0 per month. She had this amazing new high ticket offer, but she didn't know how to coach her clients, get new clients, make content, raise her kids, spend time with her husbands, and just do everything else that life needed her to do without going crazy and without getting burnt out. And honestly, this is one of the biggest problems that a lot of online coaches have where they they don't have systems in place for their business to remove them from doing menial tasks that can easily be outsourced, whether that be to an agency, a freelancer, a VA, whatever it is. They instead choose to literally try and kill themselves every single day just to either save a bit of money or to be honest, I'm not even sure what the reason is, but they choose to work inside of their business instead of on it, which means they can never scale profitably, they can never scale sustainably, and they end up looking like this poor woman here. And that was the sort of position that was in because she didn't really know how to get qualified leads on a consistent basis, and she didn't know how to do everything that she needed to do in a sustainable manner and also spend time with her kids, spend time with her husband, spend time with her friends, and just actually live a life. Now, come to March to May 2024, we installed systems inside of her business. We started working with her. We actually started working with her at the beginning of February, I think it was. And now she's getting consistent book calls with qualified leads that have money and they can actually afford it. She's hitting 10K days. She's getting 7K paid in fulls. And overall, she's absolutely crushing it. Now, how did we do this? Well, there's 3 systems that we installed into her business to actually make this possible. Now, the first one is a content system. So what most coaches do is they manage all of the content themselves. They think of the idea, they do the research, they plan it out, they film it. Maybe they'll have an editor, they'll give it to an editor, or they'll try and edit it themselves. And then they write the captions, they do the hashtags, and they post it. The whole process is just done by them. But instead, what we wanted to do for her was we wanted her to focus on 2 things. We wanted her to focus on refining her sales skills, focus on filming content, and just delivering and over delivering to her clients, improving her product, etc. So we have a social media manager that we put in place inside of our business. And essentially what that social media manager does is researches what videos are going to perform best analyze past content. So what videos of hers performed best, what videos inside of her niche performed best, and basically just gather a bunch of insights and data to create content briefs for Zoe so that she didn't have to think about what to film or how. All she had to do was come onto her laptop every single Monday, take a look at the briefs and film it according to the briefs, and then send it back to the social media manager. And then that's it. And then from there, that video would get edited, the caption would be written, she would approve it, and it would be scheduled out on her behalf without her having to lift a finger. Now, the briefs also followed a content strategy, which essentially I've spoken about a lot in my other videos, but just to quickly recap it, it's a content strategy to target limiting beliefs, objections, and future pace the audience. So it's very intentional, it's very specific. It's not just sharing value for the sake of value, it's really trying to understand the psychology of your target audience and create content that's going to pre-sell them, handle those objections, handle those limiting beliefs, etc. And this is just a result of some of the content that we've created that actually did very, very well. So that was the first system. Now, the second was appointment setting system, because before she was trying to set meetings herself. She was in the DMs herself, trying to have conversations with a bunch of people. And that can be pretty overwhelming and exhausting, especially because she is a marriage coach. So people are really opening up to her, giving her a lot of deep information, and she can't just give a casual reply and move on. It takes time to sit down, really connect with that person, make sure that they resonate with you and you resonate with them, and give them a compassionate and empathetic answer. And she was trying to do that all by herself. So we decided to install an experienced appointment setter that can actually resonate with her audience to manage all of her inbound DMs, as well as start conversations using warm outbound. So the people that were liking these videos, they were commenting on it, they were following her account, we would have the appointment setter send messages to them just to start a conversation in a very casual way. Literally saying something like, hey name, noticed that you liked my content, really appreciate it. I'm assuming that you did that because you're interested in learning about how to improve your marriage. Something as super simple and as casual as that, and essentially starting a conversation from there. Now, also, what the appointment setter was doing was nurturing them inside of the DMs by sending them a content according to the obstacles they mentioned during conversations, qualifying them, and then booking them onto a sales call. So if you look at it in sort of the grand scheme of things, before she had to plan out the content, film it, edit it, write the caption, schedule it out. And then she was managing all of the DMs as well, having long conversations, trying to send resources to people, etc. But now those two things were instantly eliminated from her daily schedule, which meant she didn't even have to think about it anymore. And that is the second system. That's the appointment setting system. Now, the final system was a sales system. So there was a couple of things that we were doing here. Number one was a back-end sales process to send social proof content to the lead before the call to nurture them and increase the know like trust factor. And this is just basically, I'll just show you an example from my own calendar. So this is essentially just sending videos once a lead has booked in a call, sending them videos to nurture that lead, get them to spend more time with you, show them some more social proof so that by the time that they come onto the call, they really feel like they know you and trust you because they've seen so much social proof. They spent so much time with you online. We want the effect of, it's almost like they're coming on to speak to a friend. And the more time that they spend with you, the more time they spend binging your content, the more likely it is you're going to have that effect. So this is just a couple of examples of what that looks like. And you can set this up in Calendly. It's very, very simple to do. You just want to send people to pieces of long form content that's going to increase the know like trust factor. And usually social proof content is really good. So like, for example, a video like this or a student interview, that's what we do for our clients. So that was the first part, the building a back-end sales process. Number two was introducing a two-call system. So she wasn't very confident with sales. And in my opinion, if you're not extremely confident with sales, then having a two-call system really can work wonders for you, and it did for her. And basically, how that works is, instead of trying to close the person on the first call, all you do is you book in a meeting with a lead, and you use that first call just to gather information. So you ask them your qualifying questions, you ask them discovery questions, you find out their pain points, find out their desires, their obstacles, etc. And then, instead of explaining the program on that first call, you tell them that you're going to create a custom strategy for them, which you will break down on the second call. Okay. And what that does is, number one, now they're having two calls with you. So they're spending more time with you, which once again increases that know, like, trust factor. It takes a little bit of the pressure off the first call, so you can be really present and gather all the vital information that you need. And it gives you time to prepare your sales pitch on the second call and tailor it to their specific needs, their specific obstacles. So it works really well if you aren't too confident at sales, which in this case Zoe was. So if you find that is the case, then I would really recommend you trying out a two-call system. And then the last thing was having regular sales consulting to sharpen up her sales skills. So me and Zoe would hop on every week or every 2 weeks and essentially just work on her sales script, work on sort of how to handle objections, how to present her program, how to go deeper on certain pain points, etc. And she's also been recording her sales calls, and I'm going to start giving her breakdowns on that to just enhance her sales skills further. But essentially, these are the three main systems that we've implemented inside of Zoe's business to produce results like this. So just to recap: the content system, the appointment setting system, and the sales system. And honestly, from looking back at where she was then to where she is now, she's spending a lot less time on her marketing, and she's making a lot more money. And that's honestly just the power of leveraging systems and using AI, using team members. That is the power that can have on your business. And now she can focus on coaching her clients. She can focus on improving her sales skills, or even hiring another coach to manage her clients, or hiring a closer, etc. And she can really start scaling to bigger and bigger levels. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it valuable. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. And if you have any video ideas or anything that you'd want to see, then make sure you comment them down below. Have an amazing day, and I will be recording another video shortly.